sorry for that double pin, y'all, in the Discord. Valiard was a little late with his job, so I thought I had to do it for him, so I did it as well. Yep, my bad. But, speaking of that, you may notice the Autobot's gone. Yeah, the Autobots are tired. I needed to branch out away from... I wanted to branch off from OBS. Well, Streamlabs OBS for the bot, at least. So, yeah, the Autobot's retired for now. One day, if I ever learn how to make my own bots, I might actually, someday bring back the Autobots. He might come out of retirement at some point, but for now, we're going to use Stream Elements, and we have the Stream Cord for the Discord's announcements, but, is Valiard now, because, in the Discord, the bots are named after different Etalons, because, yeah. And before we get started, Alexa, tell us an interesting fact. Because I knew that fact. I actually knew that fact going in, and every time I think about it, it's like, Doctor, I think I'm afraid of spider. Doctor, I think I'm afraid of backstories. When did this all start? Well, that idiot made me that always when I think of, it's like, I think I'm afraid of bees. What's your name? Michael, but with a B. There's a bee? Here's stuff, stupid shit like that. That's like dumb comedy that I love. Anyways, so today is gonna be probably a little shorter than normal, because I don't fancy... Wait, maybe. Because I'm forgetting my map order here. So, I'm truly forgetting map order here. So we might do 2 areas. Because we might do... Desolate Mines. Of course, that's next anyways. And then maybe Canto Marsh or... Is it Trado Highlands as well? There? I think it might also be Trado Highlands as well as that one. Yeah, so then we'll do Canto Marsh or Trado Highlands, and then do the other one. And then either Viento Piri, Obvious Woods, or Star Sand Desert next week, and then do the other 2 the following week. So, that's kind of like the relay for the next few weeks. Unless if I get bored and I'm just like, we're done after Desolate Mines. But probably, maybe not so, maybe, I don't know. Gonna kind of play it by ear, because I do have a bit of a headache again. But I took some ibuprofen before stream, so hopefully it will not be as bad as normal. So yeah. And I realized I start rambling more and more at the beginning of each of these streams. I don't know if I'm just getting used to this stuff, or is it just I have a lot more to talk about now? Or maybe well as both. And maybe I should just switch over to gameplay, because that's stuff we gotta do. And so I took care of the side quest stuff off camera, like literally like about 20 minutes ago, so yeah. Anyways. Wait, that's not what I wanted to do. That's what I wanted to do. So, honestly, we just have to go. And let's go. And honestly, I was thinking, like, before stream, like, before all this started, I was thinking, like, why don't I just start in the Vea? But then I was like, oh, yes, I forgot. Also known as Lake Vea, so therefore, yeah. Maybe not the best idea, so. You know, as some might think. Let's just speak. Yes, yes, yes. I did switch everything over from Edobot to Stream Elements, so that way it's much more simple. So, also, I totally didn't update the Discord link. So, if you want a link, please just let me know in the chat, because I know that one is currently out of date for some stupid reason. Nataria, you look awfully pale. Calm down and tell me everything slowly. You explain what happened in Kakarot Forest, including the fact that you managed to repair the spirit separator. However, its brilliant beam of light had no effects on you or Coraline. After listening to your story, the Grand Bishop fell silent. He closes his eyes for a moment. After all you've been through, do you still wish to separate yourself from the Eidolon? You are stunned by the question. Since the Eidolon appeared, you've been trying to get rid of it. However, since you have been through a lot with your Eidolon, it truly has become your partner. You and your Eidolon are bound together by your relationship, and thus the spirit separator cannot serve the power of Gaia within you. I hope you cherish your unusual power. Learn to embrace it and use it to better the world. The legend tells us that we see that all we see on Terra is manifest through the cube of Gaia. In recent eras, the cube has domained in some hidden corner of the world. From time to time, it releases bursts of energy, which leads to the awakening of envoyas like yourself. Perhaps it's no less than fate to let you to. Is that supposed to be? It's no less than fate that let you to us, Nightavia. We found ourselves relying on the loss of an important ally, and you appear, as though to fill the void. Your connection to the power of Gaia is extremely strong. You nod. You try to wrap your head around the Grand Bishop's words. Now, recent events have brought the cube of Gaia into modern age, and has been under earth in a dig at the Desolate Mines. Unfortunately, not long after we discovered it, the cube of Gaia fell into the hands of a sinister force. To put it plainly, the church needs your help, Natalia. Questions swim through your head. Can you really take a challenge this great? But perhaps if you can control the power of Gaia skillfully and command the Eidolon, you nod your head and insist on into the task. Good. Take this letter to the military hall and give it to Andre, the commander of the Templars. He'll know what to do. Enemies will give you no quarters. To deal with them effectively, you must become proficient in more than a single weapon. Let Andre give you instructions to advance in fighting skills. Okay. And this is why we saved our points for our Envoya path, so we can grab these two skills right away. So. And I think when we level up again, we'll get the third one that we need. So then we can go back to working on, getting the other cool stuff, You stand stunned by the forceful man before you, recalling your awakening as an Envoya of Gaia. In your dreams, you fought alongside him in Anomic legions. You know the man is Andre, the commander of the Church's Templars, and paused nervously as he perused the letter. Andre glances from the letter, then up to you, then back to the letter, a suspicious look in his eyes. Your name is Nitavia, correct? You nervously introduce yourself, although Andre's demeanor is completely different than in your dreams. His voice is exactly the same as you remember. Let's not waste time, peasantly. Frankly, I don't think much of you in Voya of Gaia's. He paused, casting a piercing gaze at Merely. I don't know how you managed to gain the Grand Bishop's trust. He's asking me here to break my principles by teaching you how to wield a second weapon, and even arranged for you to take a mission under my command. Those are Templar matters, not children's games. However, I can't disobey the orders from the Grand Bishop, so listen up. I won't repeat myself. Battle isn't funny. War is not a game. If you take it lightly, then you're going to get hurt, or worse, you're going to end up. I think if you're up for it, choose a weapon and show me what you can do. After some deliberation, you choose a secondary weapon, and Andre gives you a crash course on how to use it. He may not be a fan of your choice, but Andre does seem mildly impressed with how quickly you mastered the basics. Since you have already experienced different battles with Eidolons, you have a solid foundation in your combat skills. Under Andre's construction, you learn the basics of your newly chosen weapon quickly. Yeah! Also because I was a brawler once before. Actually, twice before. That was my Guardian's original... My Reaper's original choice of... Here we go. Boom, boom. Wait, also. Oh, so I had to. But that was... And where's the other one for the... Oh, fun. You pick things up fast. However, have you ever had military training? Andre looks surprised. You tell him that you come from Port Scandia, a small fishing village, and you came here in search of a way to separate yourself from your Eidolon. I see. But if you want to be an asset to the Templars, you need more than just this. You can sense a little hardness in Andre's voice compared to before. I dispatched a squad of Templars to investigate the Desolate Mines. I would like you to go there and assist them. But before I send you off, though, I need to prove your skills to my satisfaction. I won't send you out to just become one of those corpses in the pile. You need to show me you can grasp victory. Head southwest of the military hall and report to the guard captain, Talius. If you can take out the kinds of monsters that have been plaguing in the mine, I will prove your participation in our rescue operation there. Okay, but before we do that, we gotta go get some guitars real quick. Oh, shit. $30 to $40. I'll take. I mean, they're just something for now. So, don't judge me too hard. So also, boom, boom. Also, if that's the case, then I feel like I need to do this. There we go. Because then we have to go up to there. After we get the other one. Cool. So cool. Oh. That's because we don't have this back again. We'll have to get that next level then. Fine. Totally fine. You tell Andre that you took out the armor and lion from the mines and did it with style. Professional. I have to admit, for being new at this, you take it quite readily. Even Templars would need a year or two of training before they would be able to slay a beast like that alone. But before you head to the mine, let me repeat: this is not practice. It's a real emergency. If you're not careful, you could die. Even knowing that, are you still willing to accept this mission? You nod your head, and you nod your consent, saying since you're stuck with Sierra Adelon at the moment, for the better or for worse, you figure you might as well use their power for something beneficial. Good. I still don't have much faith in this whole Envoya of Gaia's business, but at least you got the right attitude. The slightest hint of satisfaction smiles play across Andre's face. Warming up. The ores they pile up in the desolate mines is regarded to the finest stock for making the fine rate weapon and armor. The Cube of Gaia was also discovered there, but now it's in the hands of the enemy. We're facing a very powerful enemy, as strong as I am. He's stronger still. It's possible that no one within the Templars is a match for him. Andre's words reveal mixed emotions. I'll send word on ahead to the squad leader that you will be arriving to assist them. From this point on, you're under my command, and you're my responsibility. You're working for the church now, but outside the Templars hierarchy. Still keep that in mind. You're going as a representative of the church. Don't do or say anything that would sully the church's reputation. Got it? You nod vigorously, saying that you'd be careful with everything, and there's no need to worry. You wonder if you just saw Andre's eye. Before you go, maybe it's time to saddle for a new saddle for your ostrich. Take this request list to Annalicia in the trade direct. She'll fix you up with something solid. But I already have a gold tier mount. But fine, I'll go talk to her. More damage, more health. Just with Andre, you recognize Annalisa from your dream. Hiding your surprise, you hand her the form Andre gave you, emblazing on the Templar's official seal. Oh, is that Andre? Didn't he tell you everything about me? Anything about me? He's afraid that my natural charisma will make me too popular. I'm Annalisa, and I'll make you. And I'm something like an official blacksmith to the Templars. Annalisa flashes a winsome smile. You shake her hand, introducing yourself, but she looks rather surprised. All this time, I just assumed you were a Templar. You were a Templar and kept wondering how it was I never seen you before. Usually, I keep busy by making weapons for higher ranking Templars. Annalisa steps to the side, looking at your loyal ostrich. Not to worry. I do some loads of work on saddles, too. She pulls the saddle from the pile and begins some modifications. To send you to me, I guess Andre must think pretty highly of you. He's not fond of Envoy of Gaia's. Don't trust him. But whatever. Who knows? What goes on what goes on in that stormy head of his? Whew! It works! So awesome! Inacio brings the saddle, upgrading it to fit for a Templar. Yeah, I'm gonna have to change some of these timers a bit. I don't like how soon they come. I originally made this design for Jill to use, but when she got a bit older, I have fitted it for you and made a few tweaks here and there. I think you'll get plenty use out of it. Anissa slightly smiles. Here, try it on. Anissa works with you and puts on the new saddle on your ostrich. Your ostrich seems especially excited. Ruffles, feathers, and appreciation. This saddle is properly a lot softer and lighter than your old one. It would seem that the beast is pleased. Merely says, looking at the majestic ostrich. What do you think, Natavia? Want to take it for a test ride? You can cruise around the city with my assistant. Hey, Brian! Get over here! Master! I know giving rides is... I know how riding gives me... You know how well riding gives me the willies. I won't be able to sit down for the rest of the day. And what about the tempering practice I've been waiting for days to do? Oh, you're being melodramatic again. It's just a little genre in Nevaeh. It's not like I asked you to do a downhill ox cart drift race on the narrow mountain road. Besides, plus the church and the Commander Andre trust Octavia. So I figured we'll be seeing a lot of each other in the future. So why not get to know a new friend with a city tour? Brian looks at you. He kneels, his knees knocking together. Well, if it's someone the commander trusts, it would be the honor to take a ride with you. Yay! Move speed mitt down. I'm not gonna read this stuff. We know a bit already around around Nevaeh anyway, so what's the big deal? Bum bum ba da bum ba dum bum. Yeah. Well, we're waiting. I'm gonna increase our timers for our new friend, the Stream Elements. And don't worry, everyone. I will be having a new command list down in the panels below. I'll just have to remember to do so. I have not updated that thing in a while, so these timers should go off now every 30 minutes. instead of 15 like it was before. It seems too sudden for me. Well, I guess it's also weird to see as well because it's just like, well, like, come on. Like, but anyways, yeah, we should be seeing less of them, but I hope if that's how it works, so. And, yeah, it's like still no new. How was it? You know, sat in the final saddle, right? How's Brian? Did he give you a first-class tour? Sure did. Nitavia is a smooth rider, and like so majestic sitting there in that saddle. Come to think of it, why is it so much better than my saddle? You tell Alacia that Brian showed you every nook and cranny of Nevaeh, and that your ostrich even seems to run faster. Your ostrich seems to have understood you and runs around you, honking happily. Honk! Honk! That's some high praise. I hope you have many swift and comfy rides in your new saddle. Yeah, I'm going back to my Pegasus. Oh, Nitavia! Looks like you're all clear to report back to the Commander Andre. Considering he wants me to make new saddles on the fly, I'm afraid your mission is not likely going to be a simple one. Let him get a glander of your new saddle and tell him from me that there's nothing he can ask for that I can't provide. You show Andrea the new saddle Anastasia made for you, and tell him what she said. I'm familiar with her products. I expect top quality from her. She always delivers. That's why she's the official weaponsmith of the Templars. Andre seems quite proud. It was an old friend of mine that first introduced me to her, and recommends she comes to Nevaeh. Unfortunately, my friend is no longer with us, but those sure were good days. Back to the point. Now that you have all the things you need, let me brief you about the situation at Desolate Mines. A church scholar, Miles, recently went missing, along with his research assistant. Miles is well known as the academic community for his studies of ancient texts and works closely with our investigation reports strongly suggest that he has been abducted by our enemy. You may have heard whispers of this foe. We call him the Shadow Knight. He's an incredibly strong, likely a mercenary in reality than any other stories you might have heard. With or without Miles' help, he had managed to secure the cube of Gaia deep in the mines. Immediately when you heard this name Shadow Knight, you realized that the people you have seen in your dream were no figments of your imagination. They were all real. And you have this uneasy feeling that, just as Andre said, the Shadow Knight is even stronger than what you saw in your dream. When we heard the news, we called an emergency council and formed an investigation team. But as far as we are currently aware, the Shadow Knight has abducted a few local residents. According to our reports, the creatures in and around the mines have begun mutate, and they are causing problems for our investigation team. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to support our team, protect the local citizens. Priority goes to freeing any captives. You tell Andre that you'll do whatever it takes to help those who are in trouble, then turn to Merrily. Merrily says nothing, but its gaze gives you a sense that it's with you, whatever you decide. Very well. Now head out to Desolate Mines and meet up with Victoria, the leader of the investigation team. I'm counting on you. You hand the investigation team badge to Victoria. You're Nitavia, aren't you? Andre sent word that you were coming, but I never expected you to be so young. You look like you've been straight from heaven. Taken back, you shake your head and tell her that you're just an envoy of Gaia. Doesn't everyone say that there's angels living in the mortal world? Never getting old and never dying? Blessed with eternal youth and beauty. I would have never guessed you were an envoy of Gaia. Forgive me, I didn't mean to embarrass you. But anyways, I thought Andre hated envoy of Gaia's. Oh, hold on. Sorry. We'll go back to that quest. No! What HP? Oh, I guess he does. I could give a Kexen a high five, you know? I'll give that high five to Aiko. She's our main partner in crime. We want to protect the innocent villagers, so we chose to set up an investigation command center in Tomiesta. However, the situation is even more difficult than I had first imagined. We need more people to seek out the Shadow Knight and hostages' whereabouts. However, other dangers haunt the small town as well. A group of vicious insects surrounding Tomiesta. We don't have nearly enough resources or manpowers to stop them. Please defeat the beetles for us. Then I will fill you in the rest of the details. Alright, so now I'm back to... Okay, now I'm back to being it. Now I'm just go fight people. I guess we could now we can show off our brilliant brawler skills. Hiya! Ha! I need to finish off with a quick pew. Ha-cha! Ha! And also all Elon experience crystals right now will be going to you know, leveling up Ayako because she still needs to get to level 60 so we can get that achievement. I mean, and also she's the character's, she's this character's, main Edelon, so of course we gotta try to max her out, You report to Victoria that you have taken out the angular bugs. Well done! A swarm of angular bugs have finally retreated. We can finally take a moment to focus on our other issues. The Shadow Knight kidnapped a group of innocent people, including a scholar from the church, Miles, and his assistants. I believe another victim is a random resident of Tomiesta. By the time we got to the mines, we already were too late. The Shadow Knight has already found the Cube of Gaia. I fear he's the reason why the critters around here have become so violent lately. You ask where you can go help. I asked Vice Leader Floyd to find a cement altar in the east and speak with everyone who came in contact with the Shadow Knight. We must rescue those people. You ask Victoria about the Shadow Knight's hostages. The Shadow Knight has taken the church's scholar, but that's not all. He also kidnapped the town mayor and one of the other residents of Tomiesta. We don't know what his agenda is, but we're going to find out. There must be a connection between the hostages and Nitavia. I would like you to get some information from the townfolk and see if you can get some clues and to determine where the Shadow Knight could have taken in the kidnapped folks. You ask the miner in front of you about the kidnapped town mayor, Mason. I don't know who the Shadow Knight is or where he came from, but the people from the investigation unit said they're going to help. But that ain't telling us squat. I only know that Mason, our town mayor, knows the mine like the back of his hand. Just by looking at the grains of the stone inside the mine, Mason can figure out where the minerals are. You ask the girl standing in front of you about the kidnapped townfolk. Harvey, an elderly gentleman, was captured. It's the father of Bobby, my fiancé. Bianca seems to choose her words carefully. Her hand shakes slightly. When Bobby was small, Harvey brought him a small town to this town and settled down. Harvey is just an average, hard-working man. I don't understand why the Shadow Knight would have chosen him. You're not hoping to have a chat with Bobby. Well, this is probably not the best time to talk to him. After all, his father was just kidnapped. He may need some space right now. You explain to Victoria what you learned from the townfolk, and the town mayor knows the mine best, but the other person who was kidnapped seems to have no connection to the situation. The Shadow Knight likely intended to take advantage of the town mayor's knowledge of the mineral vein. He's trying to find the Kibagaya buried deep within the desolate mine. But why take Harvey? That doesn't add up. Victoria furrows her brow. Among all the people who are taking, the old man seems like the most unlikely victim. What did he have that the Shadow Knight wanted? I agreed. He must not be who he seems. Regardless, they're in great danger now. I fear the Shadow Knight might do something terrible to them. And now that we know a little more about the mine, we can start taking action. Victoria muses. Unfortunately, we have a new issue. While you're fending off the angler bugs, the smell of their rotting, buggy corpses draw scavenger birds to this area. Those scavenger birds only consume carcin, so they also carry terrible diseases. If they gather here, we could have an epidemic on our hands in no time flat. We basically exhaust our resources and our supplies. Rats are all but cut off. If an epidemic breaks out now, many will die needlessly. Please go to the area where the scavenger birds gather and drive them far away. Sprinkle this bottle of poison near them to disinfect any of those dirty birds might have contaminated. We'll do the disinfecting first. No, Aiko, it's not dinner time. It's never dinner time when we're live. Ha-cha! I want to know what this one looks like. Okay. That one's probably, we be close to the boss. Move. Alright. Okay. One more. Let's go. goodness for you, Nitavia. We're low on manpower and supplies. If an epidemic breaks out, it'd be utter disaster. The creatures in the mine have become so aggressive that they essentially block all roads to the outside world. The church sends us supplies, but they trickle in slowly. If things go on like this, we'll run out of food soon. You ask Victoria if she has plans in place. Yes, but I need your help. Though the lions outside the Tomska areas are vicious beasts, their meat is quite rich in nutrients. They actually make an excellent source of food. If they don't need us first, that is. Can you hunt some of the cliff lions and bloodthirsty lions and bring back their meat? We also need some spices we grown in the village entrance. We can use them to pickle the meat and make it a little less, well, lion-y tasting. Also, isn't there like another... Oh, yeah, it's from Bonita then. Excuse me. Bonita looks pale and frightening. Bonita is related to one of the kidnapped residents. You stop and ask her to continue. Bobby told me to keep it as a secret, but I'm truly concerned about his safety. I need to tell someone. Bobby was worried about his father, so he snuck out of town to find him. Bonita shrugged. He doesn't want to cause any more trouble for our town, so he slipped out without telling anyone and swore me to secrecy. He's been gone too long now. Will you help? He could be in danger. If I know Bobby, I bet he headed from the mine located in Northwest. Please eliminate the furious lions outside of our town, or they'll make a quick snack of Bobby, and when he eventually tries to come back. Alright. Let's go get the asbestos first. There we go. That way we can just head right out of town. Yep, beat up some lions. Yeah. There we go. Lion meat already. Nice. Okay, so now we just need a couple more bloodthirsty lions. Nailed it. Let's go talk to Victoria first because I can't remember who goes on. Thank you so much. At least we don't have to worry about going hungry for now. Time to find someone to pickle this meat. And boom. Yeah. Here we go. Thank you for getting rid of those awful creatures. Did you happen to see Bobby while you were out there? You shake your head. You did not see a trace of Bobby. He said he was going to the mines in the northwest to look for his father. He must be there already. I pray that he made it there alive. Oh, Victoria did have an next quest. Nataria, I heard you know about the man Bobby, who left town without being properly authorified. Does this guy have a death wish? I can't believe he would cause more trouble for us like a time like this. We can't let him wander out there. That place is a death trap. We have to team up. We have to get a team together to bring him back. Victoria sighs, then turns to you. Since Bobby merely is likely in the mines, just head west and search for him on your way. How dare you hurt me? Ah! I even targeted the wrong thing, so. That's what you get for attacking me. Bobby lies on the ground with withering pain and drenched in a cold sweat. An injured man withers in pain on the ground. He fits the description of Bonita's fiance, Bobby, so you asked the woman next to him about his condition. I'm Rebecca, a local traveling guide. I was going to take my boss to visit the Dashman Pool. On our way, I found this badly injured man outside on the side of the road. You look over and see a familiar face, Lucer, who has fought the pirates with you in Helvania. Is that you, Nightavia? You two know each other? Lucer is my boss. We planned to see all the miracles in Dungeon Mines, but then we saw this wounded man lying here. You immediately ask about Bobby's condition. Looks like scavenger birds got him. I've never seen them attack a human. They've become so terribly viciously lately. Nightavia, I never thought I'd run into you here. You're the hero in the Helvania. Your brave actions inspired me to broaden my horizons and pursue my dreams. I'm glad I'm expanding horizons, Lucer. I am now a representative of the church, so we both done a lot of growing uneasily. I hired Rebecca as my travel guide to the mines, but as soon as we got close to the instrument pool, we found a wounded person. You tell Lucer about Bobby's situation. So this is Bobby. I've heard word about him. I've treated his wounds the best I could. The bleeding stopped, but he's extremely weak due to the massive blood loss. Rebecca likely already told you that his wound is infectious. He's suffering from a very high fever. We need to deal with it immediately. The skin of the leathery angular bug is elastic, so we could use it as bandage to stop the bleeding. Hardshell angular bugs are under constant attack from the scavenger birds, so their blood has been developed as an antibacterial effect to protect them from disease. These bugs squirm about in the south of the Cliff Valley. If you can get the bugs, we may just be able to save Bobby here. Ha! Ha! Hiya! There we go. Come on! Give me your fluids! Damn it! Thank you for giving me your fluids. That sounded dirty, you know? But I don't mind. Kappa. Thank goodness. With these skins and body fluids, we can save this poor man's life. Zoe administered first aid. He's not quite out of the woods yet. However, if he hadn't shown up and just then, he would certainly be dead by now. When we found Bobby, he still hadn't completely lost consciousness. He kept saying that he lost a very important package. I wonder what could have been worse for risking his life. You pondered Lucer's words. You indicate that the package could be a clue to Bobby's discovery. He must have lost the package when he was attacked. Maybe by those blasted scavenger birds took it. You might have some luck looking for it north of Pioneer Canyon. Watch out for those birds, though. One scratch from those claws and you could be affected. If you don't exterminate them, they'll only transmit their disease onto other innocents. Oh, we're good. Ha! Keep our distance, you know, from the infected ones at least. Maybe not from the irritation ones. I'm kidding, no. Oh, sure. Ooh, I'm a little cold, but it's fine. Everything is fine. Don't have to worry about it. You slide the package over to Lucer. This must be the package Bobby lost. It must be important. How is the human? His breathing has improved. His breathing merely keeps. Exactly what you want to know. That's exactly what you wanted to know too. Bobby is much more stable now. His fever broke, thank goodness. Scavenger birds follow the smell of blood, and they are trailing us. If we're under attack, we won't be able to retreat quickly enough if we're dragging behind an injured patient. Natavia, the only way to defeat the scavenger birds is to defeat their leader. I used the buttskins you brought me as a simple bait. Take this northwest to Pyramid Canyon, lure out the Scavenger Bird King, and show which species is his boss. Pew! This is so cool. You really did it. My faith only wavered for maybe a second or two there. I bet those blasted scavenger birds will think twice before coming near us again. And as an added bonus, I found a map inside Bobby's package. It looks like the map of the mining area. There are a few nearly drawn marks on it. I bet that's where the prisoners are being held. This is a huge breakthrough. You better go back to the town and report this to the person in charge before we do anything. Lucer places the map in your hands. You nod and tell them that you'll take the map to investigation team leader Victoria immediately. It might be a certain valuable clues that could help rescue the hostages. Even though the information should be delivered as soon as possible, I still need your help with something equally important. Lucer frowns, wringing his hands. Did you see the merchant pool in the east? A swarm of slimen dwell in the area. We came all this way to avoid the disgusting beast. I'm worried they are heading this way. Can you defeat them before you head back to town? Wow. Is that all I am to you, Luther? Am I just go beat up Pete things? I'm willing to do it because we're friends or some stuff. And you help me. And you help me get the Starlight treasure chest. No, it led to nothing, mostly. Oh. I should hop on my mount, you know, as one does. Did you find the man who left town? I can't believe he just up and left. How selfish. Is he safe? You tell Victoria that you found Bobby, though he is wounded and you filled her on everything else, and then you hand her Bobby's map. He was risking his life for his father's safety? I guess I misjudged him. Victoria smiled sadly and then unfolds the map. The location marked on this map is northwest of the northwest part of the mine. This could be where they are holding the townspeople captive. He must have gone through a lot to get this information. I will send someone to search for them immediately. We got to get them to safety. The rescue operation is definitely the priority, but we're still going to be short-handed, so we are going to need your help again. Victoria sighs. You nod. We had lost contact with our colleague at the Casimir altar. A bunch of slime occupy the road near the altar. I think they came from the dimension pool. I need you to get rid of some of the dimensional slime along the road. Meet with the vice leader at the company's altar and ask him how the interrogation is going. Okay, cool. More slimeling! Ha! Ha! Ooh, that was a leg spike right there. Before we head out, I need to go sell some things. Our backpack is kind of a little full. We might not be able to get to it. That was easy. Blah, blah, blah. I'm just here to sell things. That's all I wanted to sell. Thanks. And also, while we're here, feeding Ayako a bit, some medium experience crystals. Bring her up to level 35. Woo! Are you the contact person the team leader sent? I'm really busy now, so please don't disturb me if it's not important. I can hardly keep up with the killing of all these beastly creatures. Now I have to deal with the witch who won't cooperate and refuses to provide any information. Nuts to this! A witch? Information? You ask Floyd what's going on. The witch is the only one who looked the Shadow Knight in the eye and is alive to tell the tale. I think she's the Shadow Knight's accomplice. If she still won't talk, I'm going to have to torture it out of her. And Floyd cracks his knuckles with a twisted smile playing on his face. Oh God! You could feel that Floyd's hatred to the Shadow Knight is pulsating around him. Asking her nicely is a waste of time. If you want to waste your time, be my guest. Just as you're about to ask about the Shadow Knight, the witch began to speak. Don't bother asking. I won't tell you anything about him. No matter what you say, I won't speak a word. Threaten my life if you must, but my lips are sealed, the witch speaks calmly, though you can see her hands shaking ever so slightly. Were you sent to help us? I heard others mention your name. You couldn't get her to spill out her guts, could you? Vice Leader Foy and I have questioned her a million times, but she won't say a word about that blasted Shadow Knight. You tell Gino that you couldn't get any information about the Shadow Knight either. I apologize for the Vice Leader's temper. He's not normally so testy, but Miles, the kidnapped scholar, is an old friend of his. He cannot control his rage right now. That makes sense. We heard that the Shadow Knight met Hazel a long ago. From that point, strange things happened at the altar. Even though we'd like to investigate, the altar's defense system has been activated. Those old guardians still in our way ever since the beginning. You look around and spot the numberless boulder guardians glaring back at you with stony eyes. Octavia, want to give it a try? It might be fun taking out a beastly that big. You consider merely a suggestion and decide that you might as well give it a try. Are you sure? Well, go ahead. We don't have any other better ideas. You eliminate all the slimelings on your way to the altar, so you might be capable of taking these creatures out too. Nailed it. I mean, I took out one pretty easily earlier. Cool. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Hey! Ha! Boom! And boom. Boom! I said... Even though you destroyed a great many of the Guardian Golems, they just keep coming back. I think they're multiplying. Or maybe coming back from the dead. You notice the witch looking at you oddly, as though she wants to say something. It won't work. No matter how many times they are beaten, they still keep coming for you. The key lies within the Keeper Golems. They are progenitors of the Guardian Golems. You must get the core of the Keeper Golems. Then it shatters. If you do that, they can no longer reconstruct themselves. Give the broken cores to me. Only I can destroy it. You have no idea why Hazel suddenly offered to help, but since the investigation team can't solve the current problem, you have no choice but to give Hazel Siri a try. It's odd that I'm helping you. I can't tell you anything about your foe, but that doesn't mean I'm your enemy too. Besides, I'd like to verify something. She's a witch. Why should we trust her? She's a witch! Ha! Ha! Awesome. Valuable chest. Nah. No, not worse. Ha! 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 I am not getting any. I was about to say I'm not getting any cores, and then I got a core. See? That's the rule. If you start talking about something that you're not getting, you get it. It's the rule. I just want to murder one more. Oh, we got another core. We need two. Lol. It's funny how things work sometimes. You know? It's amazing. You give Hazel the broken chorus. Hazel holds the chorus in her hand, but her eyes remain on you and Merle, just as I suspected. So you really are an Avoya of Gaia. Haven't you noticed? The energy that drives those creatures is from Terraria itself. If someone could manage to break such a powerful core, well, then it would have to be you, the Avoya of Gaia. You were surprised by Hazel's work. You didn't feel like you had any special powers, even when you had the core in your hand. The chorus in your hands. Since you're an Avoya of Gaia, well, I don't have to say a word. I have a better way to let you know what happened here. Even though you can't talk about that man, I can't talk about that man. I won't be breaking my promise if you go see it for yourself. Hazel hands you a piece of paper with a spell written on it. And since you're an Avoya of Gaia, just as he, you can feel his power within you. Use the spell to view my memories. You know Hazel is talking about the Shadow Knight, which makes you nervous. However, you have no choice but to take the paper. Cast the spell at the Santa altar. You'll experience what happened there firsthand. Also, this is our first cape. Whoop. Whoop. Equips it. I barely like drink. Several enemies have appeared. They are closing quickly. Wait until more get near me. Or that doesn't matter. Darkness again. This time you were not surprised, and suddenly I started to change your surroundings. You really have changed. What happened to you these past few years? Believe me, you're better off not knowing. Well, at least tell me, why did you steal the spell book? I don't need to explain myself to you, Hazel. You're smart. It shouldn't be too hard for you to figure out what I intend to do with it. I never read your mind. I don't plan on to try in words. I want to hear you tell me in your own words. Enough. You're dangerously close to crossing the line, Hazel. The line we both agreed upon. I'm sorry, I was careless. Very well, I'm off then. Oh, Hazel? Don't forget Euros Despawn. I don't think I could, even if I wanted to. Hazel rang out. But it's not the wish in front of you. Okay, you've seen enough. Now go back. I guess you can already guess what will happen. And again, complete darkness. You know what the Shadow Knight did here? Quick, tell me what happened. You ascribe everything you saw to Gino. I see. I never would imagine you could view the memories remotely. If I'd known it would be so easy, I wouldn't have wasted so much time. Both this adventure and the Shadow Knight are envoys of Gaia. That's why they can share memories. It's fate. Hazel's eyes turned misty. If I'm understanding you correctly, the Shadow Knight has already awakened the cube of Gaia and it's used its power to influence the creatures around the mine. The slimes that emerge in the Desmond pool are likely also to appear because of the sinister energy. Hazel still wants to talk to you, but she only divulges the information if you meet with her alone. I need you to report to the team leader and vice leader, and I'll leave you for now. If you want to continue the investigating the Shadow Knight, you ought to start with the Destrument Pool, for his spell has far-reaching effects. He must cast it from the Destrument Pool. That's all I can say. You have to find the rest. You have to find out the rest yourself. You immediately remember the person most familiar with the mentioned pool, Rebecca, the guide. Maybe she can help you. I'm out of water. I also have to pee. So, before we continue, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Okay, I'm back. Yes? You asked Rebecca about the strange events of the Demartian pool. You come to the right person. I'm the most experienced guide in this area. I'm very familiar with the terrain and history of the mine. According to ancient legend, the Demartian pool is an energy hub. Legend has an incredible power lies within. After hearing Rebecca's explanation, you were areas of faith that perhaps the Shadow Knight restored the cube. And the cube of Gaia's energy inside the desolate pool and using its powers to influence the entire mine. Natavia, you want to investigate the desolate pool? You'll need my help. I've been looking to repay your kindness ever since you helped me in Helena. I'm not much of a fighter, but you can help with the investigation. If you lure the monsters away from the edges of the dimension pools, I can go inside and check on the situation. You furry all your brow, worry about Lucer's safety. However, at the pirates' camp on Helena coast, Lucer provided that he was brave through scouts. You reluctantly agreed to his suggestion. Just leave the ruined parasites to me and Octavia. What have you gotten herself? What have you got me into here? Now waiting for our helper to raid. Nailed it. Fatal Attraction. Heck yeah. Actually, it's not Fatal Attraction because that's not what we're doing. Because we're using the Dark Flame Trap. I just entered the dungeon. But this place is teeming with monsters, and the Easel ball of light floats through the air. The monsters here are no joke. If we let them emerge from the pool, they could live in their. It could put the lives of the residents here in danger. Lucer knits his brow, knitting. He's thinking. Don't worry, I know what to do. Bobby's eyes flusters as he struggles to stand. You're awake! Hey, easy. Don't move too much. We don't want you to start bleeding all over the place again. Don't worry about me. I have to tell you what my father told me. It's about the Shadow Knight. My father said that all this madness was caused by the Shadow Knight, instilling a powerful force into the detriment pool. The ball of light is made of energy. The power comes from the cube of Gaia. If the detriment pool is truly the center of all of this, it can easily decimate the power of in the entire mind. If we destroy the ball of light, the creature at all the mines will no longer be under its spell. However, we still have to get rid of the monsters wandering around here. You nod and hope Bobby can give you more details. Let's start with the boulder end here. We have to use them to eliminate the miracle rock monsters before we can destroy the ball of light. I'm getting ahead of myself. First, we must attain the fragments of the cores from the boulder centuries. We must gather all the fragments. We can move on to the next step. Bobby gently touches his wounds and winces in pain. Hand me the fragments when you brought back. You're injured. Don't make things worse. Lucer shakes his head sadly and sighs. One shock core. Two shock cores. A medium energy experience crystal. Time desolation. Shock core. Wasn't even planned. Whoop whoop. We have enough shock core fragments. I will follow Bobby's instructions and assemble them into a complete shock core. Use the shock cores I have assembled to deal with the miracle monsters. The rock monsters are just like the slime ones. They only appear because of magic penetrating the instrument pool. After you defeat the miracle rock monsters, use the shock cores to destroy them, or else they'll resurrect themselves in the end of time. Well, we gotta get new weapons. Boom. And we can use this one for fragments, you know, as one does. So, here we go. Wait, before we go, Rebecca had a quest for us. The monsters in the industrial pools are crawling out. I have been observing their progression, and I fear they are headed this way. Please chase away the beast. We cannot allow them to wreak havoc here. Okay. I'll take care of them first. Take care of them. Fine. Oh. Okay, then. Go destroy my work. Okay. Oh, shoot. We actually have to beat them. Damn it. We can't just... But it's fine. We got this. Everything's fine. More of the Serenity. There we go. Let's go talk to Rebecca. You tell Rebecca that you already chased away the approaching monsters. You sent them packing. Amazing. One less thing for us to worry about. Thank you so much. Well, thank you for the level up. I really do appreciate it. Oh, wait. Hold on. Let's go over here then. Or, hear me out, since this stuns the target. Trust me, it's a great idea. Maybe, but not really. So I also have no idea what the I'm talking about, so... Interesting. So I guess for now we can... The best defense! Because you know what they say, the best defense is a great offense. That's what they say, right? That's what people say. Tell me I'm not lying. I don't want to make people seem like they're lying. The miracle rocks the population is finally shrinking. It appears our message is working. Now we just need to destroy the floating balls of light. Wow, that didn't mean to be shocked. Like that. It's time for the final step. According to Bobby, as long as we destroy the floating balls of light, the energy pulsating the air of the industrial pool will disperse naturally. If that happens, the creatures in the mine will gradually return to normal. I hope. Yeah, that doesn't raise signs of confidence, loser. Boom. That was easy. I just love how I go run. After you destroy the orbs, the light orbs in Testament Pool, you tell Gasser Lucer's good news. I think we'll go back to normal soon then, right? Lucer sighs with relief, but his hands shake a bit. Rebecca just told me that more hideous bugs are steaming in from the north. They're closing in on the Testament Pool. Something must have happened in the north, I fear. That's bad news, Bobby managed to say, gasping through his pain. You're about to question Bobby and find out if he has any more information when Luther stops you. Rebecca and I are here. Plus, it's Bobby's up. Bobby's up now. We can always retreat at any time if things get dangerous. It's too bad I can't come with you. I know I'd be useless at fighting demons and raging battles, though. I could still give you some convenient items, though. Luther said, with a weary smile. Luther gives you a package. It's an empty, weightless backpack. It seems like a useful thing to keep with you. Keep it with you. You may not need it, but I still thought it would suit you more than giving you some random clutter. Luther says with a sigh. I really wish I could help you more than that, but there's only so much I can do as a simple merchant. You nod, thinking Luther. He may not be able to join the Fae with you, but having his assistance at these few investigations was a huge help. Go on your quest. Good luck, and be careful out there. Yay, more backpack slots. Cool. And Bobby's got us. I've seen those bugs in the north of the mining area before. Father and the others are in prison there. Though I know you said the investigation team sent people to rescue them. What did I tell you? Stop moving around. You'll pop all your stitches. It's alright. I'm feeling much better now. I'm still worried about my father, though. The bugs. It's just not a good sign. Octavia, could you go to the mining area to the north and check on my father and the others? I'm worried those bugs will keep them from escaping. Please get rid of the insects crawling along the road. Great! Beat that monster! All I'm good for! Woo! Gotta load the bullets now. Sorry. Nailed it. You're just in time. We desperately need support. We also have been thinking of ways to get past the monsters on our way back so we can report our findings to Victoria. You see Nate, the investigator, looking rather pallid. He bites his lip, trying hard to fight his emotions. The situation here is getting worse by the minute. If no one helps us, we'll never make it. You immediately ask Nate what about the situation here and conditions of the Shadow Knights hostages. We followed Bobby's map and found the Shadow Knight's victims, but it was too late. The Shadow Knight ruthlessly slaughtered scholar Miles. Miles was an expert in ancient texts. You remember when you were meeting in the Summit Altar, in which Hazel's memories. The Shadow Knight had demanded that Miles awaken Gaia. When he got what he wanted, he killed Miles. Though the investigation team did their best, you somehow know that slaying Miles was part of the Shadow Knight's plan all along. Miles' assistant Maggie was also kidnapped. No one heard from her since. Even though the other townfolk were not in immediate danger, they are rather weak from the ideal. Please help me distribute the drinking water. Bobby knew these folks weren't a group you want to mess with, but he still went after them. He may think of his own peril, but he ought to at least think of his fiancée, and not to put his own life in danger. Reminds me of his mother when she was that age. You give the drinking water to Harvey, Bobby's father. He lived in Tiffany, the town, for many years. It's still unknown why to you why the Shadow Knight had kidnapped Bobby. Thank you for saving my precious son and recovering the map that led you to saving us as well. How's Bobby doing? Is he alright? You tell Harvey that Bobby is in a stable condition, but someone is watching over him just in case. Hearing that Bobby is going to be fine, Harvey nods and looks relieved, washes over him. That kid, he's always been getting into trouble, even as a baby. Thank you for saving his life. Comparing to the others, Harvey is obviously very calm. However, at this moment, you have no questions to ask him. You hand over drinking water to Mason. He's the Terran of Tamnesia. No one knows the national mines better than him. So, you were sent by the church. Mason frowns at you after taking the drinking water. Thank you for your help, but I know you really did your best. Miles' dust weighs heavily on us all. I hope you church knights understand that this is not your fault at all. Please don't blame yourself. If anyone is at fault, it's that horrible one they call the Shadow Knight. Exactly. It's not your fault. It's not their fault. Miles was important, you know? So, Mason's words were nice, but you still felt terrible. You ask him how the situation came to be about the Shadow Knight. The man they called the Shadow Knight asked me the directions to the mine where the miracle stones were. I figured out at the center of the mountain sources all the miracle stones. As a result, their people started digging near the core. They found something called the Cube of Gaia. That is the same name used when they talk about the legendary Genesis Cube. Could it really be the same one? You hope Mason continues the story. You really want to know more about the Shadow Knight. The Shadow Knight threatened to kill everyone if Miles didn't help him. Miles was forced to read the ancient script on the Cube of Gaia. Once he finished, the cube started glowing up bright blue. Mira looks to you and nods. You know the cube Mason's talking about is actually the Cube of Gaia. The Shadow Knight has it now. He killed Miles, but spared the rest of us. He took the scholar's young assistant for some reason. You pat Mason on the shoulder. The only thing you can do now is try to calm him down. I saw you inquiring about the current situation while you're handing out drinking water. I gotta say, you'll be a great investigator. Thank you. You know, I like murder mysteries. You know, they're pretty interesting. So, you know, I mean, this one's like case solved. You guys know, we know the Shadow Knight killed Miles, but I like investigations, you know? Nate throws you a friendly smile. Unfortunately, we still can't retreat. Look around. The Shadow Knight's crew is still still lurking in every corner. When we were taking over the camp, a good number of his Coonies fled instead of fighting. They must be hiding something. While we were rescuing the hostages and fending off the Shadow Knight's henchmen, a few managed to escape with carrying a large backpack. We have to find out what the Shadow Knight is collecting here. It must be part of a grander scheme of his. Please pursue those plotters who have managed to elude our grasp. Retrieve what they have taken. Let's find out what the Shadow Knight is up to. Cool. Ha! You underestimate my power! Hey! We need these stones! Wah! Got one stone! We need one more stone. That's all. Okay, we got the stone. But I can't stop hurting people! Okay, I said hurting people. You hand over the backpacks that you took from the murderous plotters. You're glad to be rid of it, as it was quite heavy to lug it back on your own. Nate opens the backpack, finding it's filled to brim with stones. Stone! Wait, these are miracle stones. This makes no sense. Yes, miracle stones are a prime material for well-forged weapons, but, well, quite frankly, they are incredibly easy to get. What could the Shadow Knight be doing with so many miracle stones? From the merchants in Nevea, you know that's a common use of miracle stones. In fact, yet, for some reason, the Shadow Knight has been collecting these stones of his own. So he's collecting these stones for some reason. That doesn't explain why his henchmen linger in the mines, even after attaining the cube. These mines are yet plagued with the minions of the Shadow Knight. Even after his departure, although we don't know his plans, they can't be good. He continued accusations of the miracle stones must be stopped. Our current best course of action is to get rid of the Shadow Knight's forces back in the mines. Can I trust you with this task, Octavia? Of course, because I am good at murdering people. It's all for the name of war. Trust me. I'm not doing it because I like murder. Yeah, trust me. I mean, I'm not a serial killer. Okay, I guess you can consider me a serial killer because I'm a stoner. I'm murdering people. But I'm doing it because they're evil people, okay? I'm a justified serial killer, if anything. It's not self-defense. And plus, I'm being told by two people who are actually investigating stuff, you know? So, yeah. Totally legal. It's war. You return to Nate and inform him that you eliminated many of the martyr miners in the mines. The rest are still fleeing from the area. You've done us a great service, Octavia. Now let's see what we can discover for the reason of the Shadow Knight's interest in these stones. I believe that in this case, the best solution is the simplest solution. To save time, we should try getting information directly from one of the Shadow Knight's miners. The foreman in charge of the whole operation would certainly know something. Don't you think, Octavia? I think we should invite him. Invite him over for a chat. Nate smiles mysteriously. Capture the Desolate Mines foreman. Tie him up, but don't kill him. We gotta get all the information out of him we can. Yes! Yes! Invite! We're good. We should be good at inviting. We're very friendly people. Very friendly, I would say. I do not murder. I only tie up and repel people in bags. Yep. No, that's a lie. I do murder. I do the murdering. My bad. Please don't hurt me. I'm just a supervisor. I'm simply paid to ensure that the ores were delivered to the mariner camp in the east. I don't know anything else. I swear it. A camp in the east, eh? Is that really all? Answer quickly and truthfully. Your life depends on it. Wretched cur. That man, the one who hired me, he has incredible power. He holds a strange cube, and when it glows, the stone came to life around him. Those lifeless stones became completely under his control. If anyone were to resist, they could be pummeled in an instant by lots of them. Who would dare defy his might? I would! Nate turns to look at you. Natalia, what do you think? From what you have seen the foreman's reaction, you can tell that Nate that you believe that he is telling the truth as he knows it. However, you're still not sure about the significance of moving the stones. Using the golems to certain people isn't new. You're right. He's clearly simply paid to follow orders and make deliveries. I'm afraid all the secrets must be hidden within the eastern camp. What the foreman says, however vague, worries me deeply. What if he says it's true? The Shadow Knight has already learned how to create life. This cannot be. This is planned. All we know for sure is Miracle Stones is how desirable or what am I saying? But what is it that makes them so special? Nate raffles through his backpack. You recovered from the portraits. Unfortunately, the examination offers nothing. The Cube of Gaia is a source of incredible power. Perhaps its discovery has changed the world as we know it. Murray speaks up suddenly. Weapons forged from the miracle stones have power to awaken a human's potential. Maybe Merle's right, and the Cube of Gaia somehow influenced the miracle stones themselves. That could vary, but I'm going to need some recent mind the miracle stones to test this. We're going to ask the town mayor to take a look at our samples, as he's an expert on ore. Maybe this will give us a clue what we need. Here, take the shovel to the mine and bring back some freshly uncovered miracle stones. While we're in the area, why not also do a quick patrol, see if there's anything unusual about taking place. Cool, patrolling. My favorite. I'm sorry, I'm cold. I might grab a sweater at some point. It's cold. And it's nothing on you guys, it's literally just that I'm cold. And plus, my sweatshirt's just there. Because I hang them up. Because as one simply does, you know? Hey! Okay, I am gonna grab a sweater because I am cold, so. Yep, we're doing this. Oh. Yep. This isn't too far, so it's like not like I had to like. Now I feel warmer. So, yeah. My fingers still feel like really cold, but it's fine, right? So, nothing too much to worry about, right? So, yeah, I still feel a little cold, so. You hand the sample to Nate and tell him about the rock beetles that look very, very similar to the surrounding stones. They look like they're just ones that you see near the swimming pool as well. You suggest that likely the rock beetles are creatures brought to life by the Shadow Knight through his use of the Gaia Cube. Obviously, his creatures are starting to spread and not only appear in the mines. I can hardly believe it. The Shadow Knights truly learned how to create life from nothing? And Nate grates his teeth and looks more concerned than ever. Nate calls out to the mayor's attention. Mayor Mason, can I please have a word with you? It's about the miracle stones. Tell me, do you sense something strange about them? Is this a sample of freshly mined ore? Mason picks up a sample of miracle stones and looks shocked that shock spreads across his face. What is it? Is there something wrong? All we know is the miracle stones is so precious because of the strength it gives to weapons. Well, that strength is greatly amplified now, but it's far too powerful for us to control. You realize that miracle stones gain their mystic properties from the hidden cube of Gaia. Now that Shadow Knight has uncovered the cube, its full power has unleashed upon the minds, and it greatly impacting the entire area with its power. So these rock beetles are truly a new creation brought on by the Gaia Cube. We can't allow them to spread any further than they already are. They will endanger entire towns. Natavia, you must get rid of many rock beetles as you can. We must stop them before it gets out of hand. Yes, and as much as I can is 3. Amazing. got some items over here. Also, this doesn't matter which one we take, so. Ha! Hey! You tell Nate that you will start from the outside in, killing off the rock beetles that have already strayed from the mines and then heading to its source. You take a moment to ask him about the plan, what he plans to do next. For a moment, I will relax, but I have a plan. I have plans underway. My partner Hamilton is already investigating the martyrs' camp in East. We also hope to locate Maggie. Hopefully, she's still alive. If all goes well, we will soon uncover the Shadow Knight's plans. As long as we. Harvey golfs suddenly, interrupting Knight. It's a Shadow Knight's plan not already blatantly obvious. Narrows his eyes at Harvey. Explain yourself, sir. You ask Harvey what he meant by that. Does he really know the Shadow Knight's intentions? Slowly, but with a strange smile on his face, Harvey speaks. The lode of the mine in the western side of the mine on the edge is only the edge of the deposit. This eastern lode of the Shadow Knight of what the Shadow Knight really wants, as it contains something of even greater power: the miracle crystals. These crystals are making even more powerful weapons that can only be wielded by an envoy of Gaia. The Shadow Knight's goal must be to attain these. How do you know all of this? And Nate, on alert due to Harvey's suddenly strange behavior, looks very uneasy. What, an old man like me can't know things like this? Oh, I see. Perhaps you think I'm in cahoots with the Shadow Knight, eh? Harvey's strange smile leaves you unsure of what to think of this matter. I'll tell you what. I was attacked recently by a stone skin line outside the martyrs' camp in the east. And rushed to my escape. I lost my tools. Give me my tools back from me and I'll tell you more, deal? Nate looks at you with a nod, indicating that you should do as Harvey requests. Meanwhile, his hands rested quietly on his weapon as he stares down at Harvey. All we need is one. And yet here I am battling the elite monster. It's fine. Achievement. That's all you needed to know why. Achievement. And you know, if I just keep talking about it, maybe we'll get Harvey's bag. Or toolkit, I guess that's where we're getting his toolkit. Gotta keep talking about the toolkit, because then we'll get it, you know? Maybe not be first try, but second try, that's for sure. Or maybe third, fourth, fifth, second, maybe the 11th. Heck, maybe the 45th. And that's a funny joke because we're fighting monsters that are level 45. But eventually we should get it. Like, you know, normal people. They can't just keep not giving us false hope, you know? Eventually we get it. We get the toolkit. I don't know what's so special about the certain toolkit for the man, but we'll get it for him eventually. Wow! Neither one of those got it. Wow. We'll get it eventually. Well, this time we'll get it. Nope. No, sorry. This time we'll get it. This is the time to get the toolkit. Oh, sorry. Wrong time. I'm not like... This time. This time for sure. Okay, and then... Okay, I asked for the toolkit, not medium experience crystals. Give me the toolkit! I said, give me the toolkit! Seriously, give me the toolkit! We're gonna be here for ages. I want to finish this area so I can go watch the Book of Boba Fett! Oh yeah, so we're gonna wrap up stream after this so I can go watch the Book of Boba Fett. Sorry. There we go, we got it! See, eventually it works. Just keep talking about it. Nate takes the toolkit from you, never taking his eyes off Harvey. With tool in his hand, he quickly inspects them and his eyes widen in surprise. You! I can't believe you're hiding in plain sight all these years. Nate stands up suddenly, pointing and accusing Harvey while handing you this toolkit. Look, Natavia, the markings. You recognize the markings from the Templar equipment. You don't know why it's important here. You look back and forth between Nate and Harvey, waiting for someone to say something. Harvey simply smiles, saying nothing. Natavia, it's the mark of the Templars. This old man here was the last knight, the blacksmith for the church. He was Anastasia's teacher. He's great skill as a smith, and why the church created the title Knight Blacksmith. Then one day he suddenly retired and disappeared. All right. Enough with ancient history lessons. I needed a change of scenery, you know, and some gosh darn privacy. I trained Ansius so well. I knew she could handle the job at least as well as I did. I can hardly believe it. The Knight Blacksmith, without a doubt. All that Harvey was saying was true. We must inform Hamlin immediately. Hamlin has been investigating the Martyrs' camp in the East for quite some time now. With all the Shadow Knight's land can see there, he could use your support. I also need you to update all the information we just learned. I'll be staying here to protect Harvey. You agreed in an agreement. The town mayor was kidnapped to locate the Kipagaya, and Miles was kidnapped to unseal it. Only Harvey was able to escape the Shadow Knight's grasp before being used. Clearly, the Shadow Knight knows Harvey's true identity and intends to use him to forge weapons from the miracle crystals obtained from the Desolate Mine. Nate is right on staying behind to keep him under guard. The camp is guarded by a group of Bavarian warriors, Natavia. These are very worthy foes and very fierce fighters. They will not go down easily. Yeah, but I got guns. Also, I got some swift brawler move, you know. I'm like the total package now. Except for I can't do magic. Magic is something I am not capable of doing, so that's like my one downfall. If you need someone for magic, you gotta call another employee, you know? Maybe like my bard. She's like all magic, you know? And she's also at level 1, so she would be totally easy. Before meeting Hamlin, you will likely encounter these Volunteers patrol guarding the camp. Do your best to smash through their lines for us. Harvey's got a quest for us. With all these stones he's collected, it's only a matter of time before the Shadow Knight finds a miracle crystal. Do you think they can really put a stop to him? You tell Harvey that no matter what, you'll never give up. Even though I may be retired for a while, I guess I don't get luxury of relaxation yet. Harvey laughed lightly at his current predicament. Here, hand this letter to Hamlin when you arrive. It'll explain a lot to him. Cool. these things are so hard. Oh my goodness. Lol. Hamlin opens the letter and reads it, his eyes widening in surprise at its content. This letter, is it really from the old man back in town? I can't believe it. The night's black mist was among us the entire time. You said among us. Lol. This is a highly irregular request. I doubt the church will agree, but this isn't my decision to make. We have to wait and see. Confused, you ask Hamlin what the letter is about. Harvey believes that it's the best course of action to forge a weapon that for you out of the miracle cube crystals. The Shadow Knight will soon enough get his hands on him, so he believes we should prepare for this the best we can. Surprised, you ask Hamlin if she has any more details about the miracle crystals forge weapons. You have no idea what Harvey could make such a suggestion. I can't tell you much more until the church sends its final decision. Until then, it won't hurt if I start preparing the materials now. Harvey must really trust you, Nightavia. He wouldn't do this just for anyone. I've been worried about Nate lately. If the Shadow Knight were to return, well, in his current state, he's invincible. His invincible new power, we couldn't stand a chance against him. You tell Hamlin about the discovery made back in town. That's what all the madness is about? Pursuing miracle crystals? Hamlin looks lost and saw it. We got to act fast. We already lost Miles. Maggie could very well be next. Go back to the camp and make sure they are secure. The Shadow Knight's miners have their own hidden entrance to the desolate mines. However, without a map, we will certainly be lost with the winding mines. We have to fully prepare before undertaking this investigation. The miner in this camp are most certainly pose a map to the correct roads it takes. We need to pursue a copy of this map so we can safely travel through the mines. Camp miner! We're gonna need a few of these passed around notes because it may not be the map. I'm like, it may well not be the map. It was the map. You hand the mine and road maps you found to Ham. Excellent. Though they seem to carry a different selection of maps, give me some time to put this together and determine the best path to take. These maps are more complicated than I thought. The road mines are quite a maze. I'll be needing a bit more time to complete this assembly of the map. While I'm working on this, make yourself useful and do something to disrupt their work. They often just leave their mining tools laying around the camp. You should destroy as many as you can. That'll slow them down for sure. Yes, that sounds like a great use of my time. Find weapons, break weapons. Tools. That sounds like an excellent use of time. Get weapon, break weapon. Or, like, tool. Breaking all those things. Aiko, you can take care of them while I break things, okay? Good job, Aiko. You're not who I wanted to focus on, but whatever. I'll focus on you too. Good news, Nightavia. I finally put together the mine room map. Now we can proceed with our plan. There's one more thing I would like us to accomplish before entering the mine. It's a special request from Harvey, actually. He needs you to get hands on a few skin lion scales. I know it won't be easy, as long as you deal with the local team lions as well as their tamers, but we should really do it for Harvey's sake. Marley speaks up confused. What is the point of these scales? We can quickly accomplish our task if we just sneak by the lions and their tamers. And these scale powders are often used by blacksmiths to increase the temperature of their forgery. Harvey must be making preparations for his miracle weapon already. If we can manage to get our hands on a miracle crystal, we'll have to be ready to use it as soon as possible. If not, the Shadow Knight will definitely try to get it back swiftly. We need to prepare for anything, Nitavia. Those scales are now. Alright. Ha! We only have one of them. We only need one more. Did we get it? We got it. Heck yeah. One hundo. You hand the scales to Hamlin, who looks around nervously. Finally, you're back. Dash it all. They just found the miracle crystal. I overheard the excited chatter from the other nearby miners. They just found the miracle crystal. We need to let everyone back in town know that the crystal has been found. But we also must prevent the crystal from being delivered to the Shadow Knight. So it should currently be in hands of the martyr captain, Solomon. Must be intercepted. Nitavia, I trust that you'll be able to wrestle the miracle crystal from the grasp of Solomon and his assassins. As for me, I'll head back to town and report our findings. Nodding, you know that it will be disastrous if the miracle crystal were to fall into the evil hands of the Shadow Knight. Hey, here, Nitavia, take this teleportation device with you. After defeating Solomon, taking the crystal, you'll certainly be swarmed by foes. This will bring you back to my location immediately. Don't lose it. So defeat Solomon, snatch a miracle crystal, and then teleport here. I know you may want to fight them all. I don't doubt your abilities, but we need to work quickly. Good luck out there. You underestimate my power, you assassins! Now where's Solomon? I must murder the Solomon! Ha! Only one person attacked me. What? Where's the celebrator this Hamlin looks like he rushed you to meet you here. He panted quite heavily. Did you do it? Did you get the miracle crystal? You nod your head over and you nod and hand over the miracle crystal. Did you see Foy on your way there? He was supposed to rush here as soon as he heard the news. You tell Hamlin that you have not seen Foy anywhere, but at least not while you were battling Solomon. Where could he be? I haven't seen him anywhere. I told him directly that the Venduous point is here. Perhaps he's already entered the mine, Merrily said after Merrily said that he looked like even more worried than before. I fear Merrily is right. The plan to render us here and wait reinforcements from the church. I'm afraid that Foy has already entered the mine. Alone. Even if he did have a map, which he doesn't. He immerses more to rescue Maggie with his blind logic. he'll be walking right into a trap. It'll be a while yet before the church's army arrives, and I'm not sure if Floyd can handle it himself alone. You offer the only possibility. You will enter the mine and search for Floyd while Hammond seeks out reinforcement. I'm afraid you're right. This is the only solution. Do your best to find Flora before it's too late. I will deliver the miracle crystal to Harvey and then lead the reinforcements to your aid. Alright. Guess I gotta go be the hero of the day. Every day, every time! People just don't listen. We don't have there's no hell mode yet. Ha! There we go. And boom. Oh, we can't wear it yet. And I'm probably not gonna use this ever, so let's grab the. What do we need to make it? Yeah, stuff we don't have yet, you know? Okay, hurry up with Fatal Attraction! It will be too late. Fatal Attraction! You two fight! Waiting for Colin to get a little more near. That our buddy helps. Oh no. He turned. Ah! And that's all we needed. Nailed it. We're nailing it. We're absolutely nailing it. Also, we are level 45 now. So. Feeding Ayako. It's level 36. Cool. Also. Whoa, the gunner! Now we can go head up and try to get our frozen Salveo. Thank goodness. Did Hamlin send you? I haven't gotten myself into quite a predicament here. Floyd keeps his hand pressed upon his grievous wound on his body, wincing in pain. The unspeakable has happened. Maggie. She's on the Shadow Knight's side. Shocker. Shocking. I found Maggie near the entrance and approached her, hoping to get her back outside. I never expected her to attack me so viciously. Maggie was always so loyal to the church, and Mile trusts her completely. I can hardly believe that she's working with the Shadow Knight. Foyle tunnels and continuously applies pressure to his wound. Don't worry about me. I can manage. You have more important things to do, I believe. If you keep going down the tunnel, you'll come across Maggie. I hate to say it, but try to subdue her the best you can. Maybe you can get her to explain why she's working alongside the Shadow Knight. God damn it! Now I have to go do things that people. I'm just gonna, you know, just run ahead. We have our Fury. To go ahead and it's fine. Now that's one way to quickly destroy them all. Ah! Oh, also. Alright, onwards. Alright, healing is also important. That's why we went with the Brawler, because I know it had the healing move. I'm gonna focus on our guitars while we let our guns reload. There we go. I was just curious who was chasing me, but I wasn't expecting it to be just a kid. You think you can stop me all by yourself? Don't stop me. Don't underestimate the power held by the Angel team. I call for your aid of the other world, Titanius. Yeah. Think I'm gonna be easily defeated? Nailed it. You think I would be easily defeated? Don't think you can stop me. I'll take the crystal back and give it to the Shadow Knight. Disgusting. Victoria. Mickey, don't even think about trying to escape. Oh, Maggie. Oh, dear Maggie. Miles was so kind to you. We all were. What happened? Maggie smiles cruelly. Oh, really? You speak of kindness? No one has ever given me more kindness than him. My lord. My Shadow Knight. Victoria frowns, obviously put off by Maggie's words. She turns and looks at you. We'll bring Maggie back to the church and interrogate her. Thank you so much for your help. Even though the outcome is less than ideal. Because of you, you were able to put this matter to rest. Oh, I almost forgot. I have a message for you. Harvey has something he would like to ask you next time you see him. You ask Victoria if she knows it. If she knows what it's all about. He has an update about the miracle crystal. It seems that the church has actually given him the go-ahead for him to make you a weapon. Victoria smiles. I really envy you, Nightavia. Knight Blacksmith Harvey is building a weapon for you, using miracle crystal. It's stuff of dreams for all of us, isn't it? Well, good luck out there. You made it. Thanks to you, I managed to keep the miracle crystal from falling into the hands of the Shadow Knight. Harvey pats you on your shoulder, showing his appreciation. You ask Harvey why the miracle crystal is so important. The crystal absorbs large quantities of energy from the cube of Gaia, and if a Nevoya of Gaia were to acquire a weapon made from it, it would generate incredible power. Like you, the Shadow Knight is a Nevoya of Gaia. If he gets his hands on the crystal weapon, he will be unstoppable. There's no time like the present, Nightavia. Can you hand me the things that inside that box over there? Bobby knew those folks weren't a group you want to mess with, but he still went after them. You may think. So, Pearl, I forged the miracle crystal into the first weapon that I have made ever since retiring. It's all yours now, Nightavia. With great power comes great responsibility. Be sure to use this weapon only for good. It will bring horrible destruction if it was used for evil. I believe in you, though. I know in my heart you will do the right thing. It's true that we have managed to stop Shadow Knight from getting his hand on the miracle crystal, but he's a powerful foe even without great power. What's more, he has the Gaia cube and incredible amounts of miracle stones to control. You ask Harvey what he knows about the full power of the Cube of Gaia. The true power of the Cube of Gaia is yet unknown, but we do know that the entirety of the world was created by it. It has long been suspected that the Envoyas of Gaia derive their power from the remnants of the Cube. If that is true, given how powerful each Envoya is, it's still the power of the Cube must be immersed. I think it's time for you to journey back to Nevaeh and meet with the Grand Bishop. Seek his advice. Certainly the Shadow Knight will make his next move very soon. After meeting with the Grand Bishop, blah 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 blah. Let me play. Okay, so boom. Boom. Teleporting back to the town. I actually went to open the backpack there so that we could do this. Get the pistols. Boom. Boom. And we have lots of things to sell. So we're not like entirely completing the stream right now, but we're selling things. First things first. Boom, boom. We don't need that. We're not, like I said, we're not making that, but I guess we can't sell it, so. So, boom. So, that are all stuff we can't sell, so we're I'm just gonna quickly throw it in my warehouse, you know. Boom, 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 boom. And we're gonna head back to Night Tavia. No, that's within our group, you know? It's fine. Everything is fine. We're heading to Nevaeh, which is the actual city in the game. I'm so cold. I would love to continue, but it's just like I'm really cold. So I hope you understand why I'm wrapping up. So we're heading over to Kaltar, cause he can give us Harvey's weapon here, so that way we can just go boom. And now we have Harvey's weapons, you know? And we're even more powerful than we were before. And so that's where we are wrapping up for today. So before we head out, as tradition, Alexa, tell us an interesting fact. Well, I don't like cranberries. That fact was kind of useless for me. But if you do like cranberries, then go ahead and use it. So, yeah, like I said, I would continue, but the Book of Boba Fett, I still have to watch that yet today. So, don't expect. I will say this: don't expect the bonus stream Friday, because I do want to focus on Elite Sky Tower this week, so that I can finally do Hero Sky Tower. So, just note, if there's no Saturday stream either, that means I forgot to do Sky Tower earlier in the Hero Sky Tower earlier in the day, because honestly, with Metcalf out of town, this is the only chance I got, and it's like, yeah, I could do what I do now. It's like, yeah, it's just, but I tend to forget because I like doing the Sky Tower raids with the Figure Guild, because they're so fun and entertainment. But you can bet your buckets that there will be some Phoenix Wright tomorrow. So tomorrow, 6 p.m. Central, there will be Phoenix Wright, and then Saturday maybe some Gmod. You know, as per usual. We usually play Gmod on Saturday. If I forgot to mention that on our actual Gmod night, yeah, you're hearing it now that we do play every Saturday. We try to play every Saturday for Gmod. Yeah, so Madcap's still gonna be out of town, so it's another Nitro takeover, so it'll be another Nitro takeover, so, you know, it won't be the worst thing in the world, right? I mean, like I said, I'll try, and like I said, I don't have access to, like, if the server goes down, so if the server does go down, I'm gonna try to come up with a backup plan. Backup plan, probably Gartic phone, because it's Gartic phone. But I do want to do a bonus stream of Gartic phone soon, sometime. So, yeah, woo! You know, Gmod with a backup of Gartic phone. I like it, you know? So, honestly, at this point, it's just time to find someone to raid, you know? As one does. It's per usual, as one might say. And I am not seeing anyone to raid. Actually, nah, there is someone to raid. Let's see. Maybe. Yeah, we can raid. We can raid. We can raid her, you know? So, I hope you guys all enjoyed my stream tonight. I'm gonna go watch the Book of Boba Fett, and it's gonna be great. The series is great. So, bye!